Welcome to Success Stories in Steuben County, created and implemented by the 4th grade class at Pleasant Lake Elementary, edited by Austin Van, and supported by the FIST grant and MSD of Steuben County Schools.
Hello, Mr. Penny. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time out of your day of teaching. Welcome to Success Stories in Steuben County, Episode 1. Tell me about yourself and how you got your job.
All right. Well, I'm a teacher. I'm here in Steuben County. I haven't always been in Steuben County. I started teaching at Woodside Middle School in Allen County 31 years ago. And then I taught at Homestead High School, and my wife and I bought a lake place up here in Steuben County, and we decided to move up here and get jobs teaching up here. So, but that's how I got where my job is currently. But before that, I've always, even when I was your age, I wanted to be a teacher. And so whenever I had teachers, I always would try to figure out what they were doing well and what they did that I didn't like, so that I could be the best teacher when I became a teacher myself. So.
Okay. How long were you in college?
So 4 years. Went to Ball State University, and but actually that's with the traditional years of college. But when you're a teacher, you always want to continue to keep learning. And so there's been several times where I've had different classes just to learn about different things, like the new technologies that come out or new ways of teaching. And so I feel like I started out in college a long time ago, but always continuing to learn new ways of teaching and coaching.
How long have you been a math teacher?
So this is my 31st year of being a math teacher. And to be honest, one of the things that made me really want to teach math over any other subject was when I was a freshman in high school, my mom went back to college, and she had an algebra class in her college that she was going to at the same time that I was taking algebra myself. And my mom and I would work on algebra together. And one of the things she always told me was that I was really good at explaining things. And so that kind of made me want to be a teacher and help explain it to a lot more people than just my mom.
What is your favorite thing about being a teacher?
So I love when I introduce a topic or I put a problem up on the board or give the kids something to work on and they think, oh, this is way too hard. And then as they work through it and they kind of wrap their mind around it, they kind of develop ways to solve problems. And that's really what we need in society. We have a lot of problems in our world, a lot of things we want to overcome. And so to be able to take those problems and wrap your mind around, sometimes they don't come easy. But when kids actually see that what was once hard is now something that they can do, is probably the most inspirational thing for me as a teacher.
Okay. What character traits do you think you have?
So I've been told a lot that I'm patient. And sometimes I feel patient and sometimes I don't, to be honest. But that's one of the character traits that I think has helped me to do my job. And the other thing I think I really like, this might sound weird, but I really like doing the little things that make a big difference when you're teaching. And so a lot of those little things are easy to overlook, but I think if you pay attention to the little things, then the big things that you want kids to be able to do come a lot naturally for them.
How have they helped you in your job?
So the patience has helped me in my job, I think, a lot because everybody has studied math, and every time you study math, sometimes at first it doesn't come easy to you right away. Sometimes it gets difficult, and it's easy just to throw your pencil down and say, I don't want to do this. But if you're patient and you can kind of work through it and stick with it for a while, I think that's really helpful. And so I think everybody's experienced that frustration sometimes when it comes to math.
How do you overcome the struggles?
So I think it's the way you take criticism. I think criticism in our society is people, like when people criticize you, they want you to become better for the most part. Sometimes people just criticize you to be mean, and that type of criticism you want to just kind of reflect off you and have it bounce off you and not really affect you. But if you can take criticism from somebody that you trust, and then work on those things that they say, you could do better, I think that's a big plus in any job. Even it doesn't have to be criticism, but you can be self-reflective and think to yourself at the end of the day, what things went well today and what things didn't go well today. Making those adjustments from day to day, little by little, makes you a lot more successful at whatever you're doing.
Okay. Who inspired you to be a teacher?
So both my parents were teachers, and so I grew up surrounded by teachers and listening to their stories about how they affect kids and can change the future. I was inspired by my parents for sure, but I also had a seventh grade teacher who I really liked. He liked the same things that I liked, so he was into sports, and so was I. And one of the things I'll never forget him telling me is that I would make a good teacher someday. And so my dad always told me that no matter what you do, you want to do it the very best you can. And so I thought becoming a teacher would be a great way to not only make me a better person, because I could continue to learn, but also make the lives of my students a lot better along the way. So.
Thank you for taking the time of your day to be here.
Well, thanks for having me, and I appreciate the time you're spending on this project and trying to learn what makes successful people.